Am I alive? I don't know if I'm alive yet or if anybody's coming. Let me turn off this air conditioner, but it's gonna get hot. There we go. Okay, guys, so I'll just wait to see if anybody shows up. I am kind of feeling really super nutso. Did somebody finally join us? I'm adjusting my light in case you're wondering. Hi. Is anybody out there wanna say hi to me? I'm losing my mind. Feel like I'm losing my mind. Hello. Any of my friends? There's everybody asleep at midnight. I thought I had people overseas. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe I have friends, maybe I don't. I don't know. Let me fix my light a little brighter. I am not really dressed up. I am just hanging out. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm cranky. I am not feeling 100%, and so I decided that I would come on and see if anybody at any point would ever decide to join me and just want to talk about whatever. So I'm just going to start setting up my stuff to make my tomato salad. My husband's mother used to make this, and really enjoyed it, and so I decided that since I was sad that I would make it, and no one's really coming to watch me anyway, so it's just probably just going to be me, and that's okay. Maybe one or two people will come in. Okay, I did put one light down here so you can kind of see me. I'm not real sure if you guys want to see what I'm doing or if you just want to talk to me while I do it. I have a cutting board here and my knives, and I have all my veggies there. And my seasoning, and I've already washed everything in the kitchen. I have a bowl down here for trash, and I'm in a funk, and so I decided, I got given some tomatoes, and I decided I would make a tomato salad and talk to you guys and blow off some steam, and if I felt better, I felt better. If I don't, I don't. Maybe people come in and out. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever had tomato. It's tomato and cucumber salad. I was given a bunch of tomatoes. I'm using Roma tomatoes. And so, yeah, I will just see what happens. If anybody wants to say hi, say hello. You know, who all's here, who all's not here. You just want to come watch the train wreck and not talk, that's fine. I'm just, whatever. I was given some tomatoes that had a few bad spots in them. And so I have a trash bucket down here that I am putting my scraps in to go to the garden. Hey Heather, to go to the garden to the compost pile. And you know, I just thought that I would, I don't know, just sit here and cut tomatoes and talk and get out of my funk. I usually cook when I am kind of upset, and so I'm cooking. I don't know, what else to say. My kids like the tomatoes in smaller chunks, and so that's what I'm going to do. And we'll just go from there. I don't know if you guys want to see what I'm doing, more of what I'm doing, and then I don't have a bra on, so don't look at me. It's midnight, and I feel like I am in the middle of a bipolar mania attack, so, I guess I will, I love tomato and cucumber salad. If I wasn't allergic to onions, I'd add those too. I have some green onions right here. Heather, so funny you say that. I don't know if this is how you do it or what, I don't know. My husband's mother grew tomatoes. It shows you guys going in and out. Are you coming in and out, Heather, or are you listening to me ramble? Anyway, okay, I'll just talk. My husband's mother, I loved her to death. She died. Oh, see, I still tear up. She died 14 years ago. I'm going to say 14 years because my son, Ben, that's 18, almost 19, he was like 4 or 5. I mean, if I sat down and did the math, I probably could tell you exactly, but then I would have to think about it, and then I'd probably cry more. Yes, I had a lady give me some, I did the carrots last week, right? Or I don't know if you knew that or not. But I had a lady give me another, I don't know, like about 10 pounds of tomatoes. And so I went to the store because, it's coming to the end of the season. And so I went to the store and I got some cucumbers to go with it. And I don't know, my husband and I are just kind of, work is hot and he's crabby, and so he went to bed early and I'm cutting tomatoes. But anyway, my husband's mother got me hooked on tomatoes. I wouldn't even eat ketchup once I found out that it was tomatoes as a kid. And my mother-in-law grew tomatoes in her backyard, and she my husband and I would go over there on date night, man. See, I'm telling you, my brain is like flying a mile a minute right now. I don't know why. I can just feel, the mania, the manic, That's why I'm trying to focus. Um, so my husband would take me over there on our date night whenever we were dating, and he would get these heirloom tomatoes out of the backyard, off her plant, and would slice them really thin, and he would wash the seeds out of them, and which I still do. I'll be washing the seeds out of these, and he'd cut them real thin, and then he'd put them on a plate and salt and pepper them, and then he'd feed them to me. And for the longest time, I don't know why, it was in my head, but whatever. I would not eat tomatoes unless my husband fed them to me. I know, weird, right? But, you know, he liked doing it and I liked tomatoes, so it was a win-win, I guess, right? And so with my stress today, and this nice little lady who gave me the 200 pounds of carrots, gave me, thank God, only 10 pounds of tomatoes. And so my son said, I want some tomato and cucumber salad. And so I went to Walmart earlier and got cucumbers, and I got some green onion, and I got a bell pepper. So I don't necessarily care for white onion in this. My husband's mom would put white onion in hers, just some kind of white sweet onions. I don't know. I'm just recently an onion liker. And so I don't know much about them. I like fried onions because they're sweet. And so I don't know. I mean, we can talk about anything, you guys. If somebody comes in and wants to talk about something, you know, we can talk about something. We don't have to talk about tomato salad. And anybody got something they want to talk about? Or am I just going to sit here and cut tomatoes? I don't know. I don't know what everybody's doing. I don't know. I'm sure everybody's probably in bed. Tomorrow's school. Work. I don't know what Sunny is. Sunny is a little bit behind me, but she may already be in bed too. So it may be just me by myself cutting tomatoes. That's okay. Did everybody leave me? No, I don't think anybody else is with us, Heather. I think it's just me and you. I don't really know how to announce it or invite people or whatever it is that other people do. And so, yeah, it's just me. And cutting tomatoes. I don't know where everybody's at. I'm just... But you know how it is, though. You know, you get sad and nobody's around and you just kind of like, whatever. I'll just kind of sit here. Just kind of blue. So. Kids started school. They really like it. JoJo's he's technically you know, would be in the junior high if he wasn't in such a small school. But where we live at, there's only the high school, so they go through grade 6 in the elementary school, and then they go up to the high school for 7th through 12th. So he's really excited about that. Ever do a hair care video? It's also, my hair is super thin, if you can believe that. Like my ponytail's only like that big, like less than a quarter size. My ponytail is. The only reason it's as long as it is because I haven't cut it since my first child was born. So 21 years since I got pregnant with him. So probably 22 years. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I used to do Win, the cleansing conditioners. And I did Win for 8 years. You only put, and it's expensive as it truly is. Like, I got a gallon jug of it. I bought it by the gallon because I have so much hair, or I do have so much hair, but I don't have so much hair. And it was $175 for a gallon. I mean, it was ridiculous. And I drank the Kool-Aid, and I believed that that was why, you know, it was staying long. And, you know, I was hoping that it was getting, I feel like I've got about 5 hairs left, too. I mean, when I look at the bottom of my ponytail, I'm like, oh, good Lord, don't ever get caught in a screen door and rip your hair, because you'll not have none left, you know? Yeah, it's weird. It's because of my thyroid, you know. I haven't really went back to see if I need to actually have my thyroid taken out because they haven't offered. And I haven't asked. So I take my thyroid medicine and I go on, you know. Yeah, Win is super expensive. Like a 32 ounce jug, you know, the 32 ounce bottle is usually right around $38 to $45 depending on the scent, or, you know, whatever it is. But then, you know, I got to doing these beauty boxes, and I kept getting all this hair stuff, and I kept, you know, being so envious. I was like, oh my God, I really want to, hi Michelle, you know, I really want to try all this hair stuff that we're getting. And I couldn't, because I was, you know, with Win, you just absolutely cannot use any other hair product, or it, like, makes your hair a total frizz bomb. And so, I just cut the cord. When I made that Lush video about Peter, I cut the cord with Win. And I started using the Lush shampoo bars. And I do have to say that I really like it. I'm in love with it. So, you know, it is what it is, I guess, right? Oh, you guys are so sweet to each other. Where's the hubby, Michelle? Or what are you doing up this late? Don't you got work? Y'all run away. Mine says there's only one of you in there. Fast asleep. Yeah, mine is too. we got into an argument earlier, and so we are not, yeah, it was, yeah. You know, you learn to keep your distance whenever you're so mad that you just will say something stupid. And so instead you drive yourself crazy, you get really manic, and then you decide that you're going to make tomato salad with tomatoes that were given to you by a nice little old lady. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm not throwing this in the floor. I have a pan down here. It was expensive. It was very, very expensive. But with my thin hair, although it's long, my thin hair, I was able to use, I could get about 9 months out of a gallon of it, you know. And so it was okay. But I am going to have to say that I am in love with the lemon smelling shampoo bar from Lush. It adds this volume to your hair, and I really feel like it's helping my hair. It doesn't feel nearly as brittle or as thin as it was before. So, you know, I don't know. It seems to be working. And then I use the, y'all think funny, the Daddy-O conditioner. I've been using the lemon shampoo and the Daddy-O conditioner. I know that it's for men, but I love the smell of it. You know? And, you know, my hair's half gray. So, you know, and it is for graying hair. So, technically, I am that. Right? So, anyway, I'm just like, see, I don't take many baths. I have a bathtub, but it's so small. Like, it's not comfortable at all. And I don't, you know, I don't know if y'all know this. Guy stuff does smell. Yes. Oh, I love the smell of guy stuff. I plan on, when my youngest son turns 18 and graduates, I have decided that I'm going to buy a van, or I own a van. I'm going to either deck out my van into a RV, you know, one of those stealth vans, or I am going to buy a small van style RV, or one a little bit bigger than that if my husband decides to go with me. And I'm leaving. I don't care where I go. I don't care where I wind up. I don't care, you know. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm sad today. So, I'm tired. I want some adventure in my life. You know? Oh, wrong one. You know, I just want some adventure in my life. And so, that's what I'm doing. Flat out, that's what I'm doing. And if, you know, I have told my husband, I mean, you know, you can, if you'll build it for me, I won't require you to go. You don't have to go if you don't want to go. Not forcing you. You can live here and be by yourself and do whatever you want to do. You know, because by then all of the improvements and the things like that the loans and cars and everything will be paid off. And so why not? Because I am a traveler at heart. If you asked me the one thing that I love that I couldn't live without, that would be traveling. There's nothing more in this world that makes my heart tick is to travel. I am such an anal person that I have lists of like 7 pages of things that I pack up and take, and everything. I mean, when I go on vacation, there is not a need or a want for the road. I mean, we get a flat tire, we break down, someone cuts themselves, someone gets a headache, I've got all the medicine, I've got all the tools, I've got all the, you want to go swimming or you want to go hiking, whatever, I'm ready, I got it. Michelle, I don't know if I want to stay in the USA. I have been watching a few people on the RV channels that one of the girls I watch is in Alaska right now. And then another couple of people that I watch are in Mexico. And, it's looking less scary to go out of the country. When I was first thinking about doing it, and when I was first, looking into it and getting all the information and trying to figure out where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do and all of those things, I was like, no, I'm not leaving the U.S., they're going to rob, rape, murder me, and, the whole 9 yards. Now, if my husband weasels out and doesn't want to go, I don't know how much Mexico I'll do. I know that I've seen, a lot of the people that I watch that are in Mexico are couples. They're husbands and wives. And so I'm pretty big and bad, and I, can take care of my own. My mama taught me, how to take care of myself. But I still don't know if I would want to go to Mexico alone. Now, I don't mind traveling through Canada alone. I don't think that would be a big deal. Oh, I got on my foot. Sorry. So, that wouldn't be a big deal. I think I could travel through Canada by myself and not have that big of a problem. I mean, I hear that the Alaskan highway, the whatever to get to Alaska can be a little rough, or, Sorry I cut my head off, but I was trying to show more of this, but I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I was saying. But I think that it would be okay. I think it would be okay. But yes, I want to visit every dang state. Every state. I don't know. I know I'm a makeup channel, right? Y'all guys getting a kick out of this? Where have you been out of the United States? I've been out of the United States. I've been to Mexico 3 or 4 times. Cancun, just vacation spots like Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Cozumel, um, uh, right across from Brownsville and Padre Island. I think that is not a good area. Huh. Where are y'all at? I'm guessing y'all are both north, right? Every state except Alaska and Hawaii. See, that's a kind of me. I mean, I've been to like, I don't know, 20, over half of them. I'm going to say over half of them. You're in Ohio. Okay. I went to Ohio last year. Last summer. Yeah, last summer. A year ago. We went to Wisconsin. We're in Oklahoma, and we drove up through Idaho, or I'm not Idaho, Iowa, and went into Wisconsin, and then we went through Ohio to say that we have been there, and we have. I'd love to go to Australia. We went from Wisconsin, we went to Ohio, and then we hit Chicago and Illinois, and then came down through Illinois back to Arkansas. Boy, my map skills here. Back to Arkansas before we came back to Oklahoma. We kind of did a loop so that we could hit some states that we hadn't been to yet, So that was pretty cool. The kids really loved that. We went to the indoor water park capital of the USA. Actually, the world, they say. But, I don't... how do you know, I'd like to go to Michigan. I've been to Kentucky. No, I haven't been to Kentucky. I've been to Tennessee. Not quite Kentucky. My husband would like to go to Kentucky. I think there's a NASCAR race there that he wants to go to. Charlottesville? No. Yeah? No. I don't know. Are any of y'all NASCAR fans? Probably not, huh? But I think that's how I had my husband agreeing to go with me. Is I promised him that we would hit the all of the races, the NASCAR races, and my sister could come out and go to that, go to those with him. I don't mind NASCAR. I like it better than football, but it's too crowded and too loud for my panic attacks. And so my husband and my sister go together because my sister really likes NASCAR too, just like we do. And so we usually go and the two that we've been to a couple of different times. We've been to the Kansas City Motor Speedway. They have a Great Wolf Lodge right across the parking lot, and they do a shuttle bus for like $10 or something that will deliver you door to door and come pick you back up. And so we've done that. I'd love to travel with my mom outside the United States, but she doesn't want to. I would love to go to Paris and all of that with my husband. Greece, those kind of things. That would be really nice. But my mother does not fly. Well, she flew a few times when we were kids. But nowadays, with all the restrictions and the can't have bottles bigger than this and all that other stuff. She doesn't want to do it. So we go to the NASCAR in Kansas City, and then we go to the NASCAR in Texas, because they're about 30 minutes away from the speedway there in Texas. Is also another Great Wolf Lodge. And so, but they don't run a shuttle, so they have to drive to that one. Yeah, NASCAR, I tried to go, okay. I went to the stadium, and just the amount of people in the parking lot alone, I thought I was going to throw up and die. Then they were starting the cars and stuff, because you're really close. Great Wolf Lodge is super close to the Kansas City one. So we got a room that you could step out on the balcony and see the stadium. I mean, you could almost see the cars racing. I mean, it was that, nice. And so it was like being there. And the amount of people there, and my husband took a couple of videos, and it shook the motel. Every time they revved up their engines. I can speak tonight, guys. It shook the motel. A super nice, huge, beautiful Great Wolf Lodge, hotel. And that was like, oh no. My spidey senses would be losing their damn minds. Yeah, crowds normally bother me nowadays. There are times, when I have enough drugs in me that it doesn't matter for short periods. I can take enough Xanax or enough, stuff to get me through a couple hours, an hour, 2, but not, there's no way in Jesus that I could sit through a 5-hour race. Oh. I felt that outside concerts too, right? And then they had that whole Vegas thing, and then I was like, God damn it. They done took another way and something else that I, could have done, would do. It's like, jeez. Every time I find something that my anxiety will allow me to do, somebody has to go shoot it up and make it to where I can't go there no more. I don't mind places like, okay, I went to a Thunder basketball game, okay? But I went in our hometown where I grew up. I knew the streets, I knew, the exits, I knew the, everything about it. And the way that the stadium is set up, it's a brand new, the Thunder just built that for them, just a little bit ago. So it's set up really, evacuation friendly. So I'll go to a Thunder game, but I'm like looking at, I'm looking for the exit. I'm making sure that I know the path. I always, know where everybody's at. I'm, like freaking the F out, So, didn't somebody just say hi? Yeah, Unicornus drag. Okay, hi. Yeah, and see, I went to Vegas before. I went to Vegas when I was pregnant with my 18-year-old son. That was the one and only time I went to Vegas, and I drove to Vegas. We drove to Vegas, so that we could visit some states going that way, because that's kind of what we do. That's how we visit places. We drive, and so guess. You want to talk? This was in the beginning stages of my anxiety reign. You want to know what happened whenever we were in Vegas? You will never guess it. Each of you take a guess. You'll never guess it. We went to Vegas. We went to Vegas, and our house, we were driving back from Vegas, all fine and good, trip went wonderful, yay, right? So we drive back from Vegas, we get into a little bitty town called Shamrock, Texas. That is, I'm going to say that was about 2.5 hours from home, okay? We're feeling good, time great, we're driving along. We stop to get gas. We pull into the gas station to get gas. Look up on the freaking TV, and there is this reporter dude standing in the middle of the road, in the middle of my neighborhood, in the middle of my street, saying that our whole neighborhood was leveled by a tornado. Yeah. So that's why, I don't know. Every time I think about going to Vegas, I think, wow, one of the largest tornadoes to ever hit Oklahoma, went through our neighborhood, barely missed my house. When we see our neighborhood on the TV, we see our neighbors on the TV, on CNN at the time. And so we're like, holy, there's nothing left. We're screwed. We've lost everything. This was our first house. I was pregnant with our second child. And so my mom gets in behind the wheel of the van this time, and she says, we'll figure it out. So she makes the 2.5 hour drive in about less than an hour, I'm going to say. God was behind her, I can tell you that. Because she wouldn't have stopped. She'd just take me to prison. So we get to my neighborhood, right? Pull up. There are literally National Guard blocking the main road like a mile from even getting to our neighborhood. And I'm like, dude, here I am, like, I don't know, 5 months pregnant, obviously pregnant. And I'm like telling the guy, I'm like, my house is in there, I've been on vacation. I need to know if my house is okay, blah, 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 right? And so he's like, he looks me straight in the face and he says, ma'am, they're still pulling dead bodies out of there. And so we can't let civilians in. Yeah. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was so devastated, okay? So, we go to my mom's house. Thank God the tornado had turned and did not go its original path, because it would have hit my house, my mom's house, and then my husband's parents' house, which had our oldest son at the time. He was like 3. They were babysitting him. And so we go home to my mom's house, and 2.5 days later, they let us in to see our home. And you had to park and walk in about half a mile. About half a mile. You had to walk in. And our house, all the houses were still standing around us, thank goodness. But we had just redid our entire roof. Like, we knocked it completely down to the walls, redid the rafters, the planks, the plywood, the tar paper, the shingles. I mean, we redid the whole thing, right? Because we reconfigured it and added on to the back. And it took and lifted up the it lifted the entire roof off the house and set it back down perfectly tilted about 5 inches. So everything that, would be here was 5 inches here, It just picked it up, moved it over 5 inches, and then set it back down. It was crazy. So, needless to say, we had to rip it almost all the way back off and repair all of that after just getting into our first house that we bought together. So, that was my one and only trip to Vegas. That was the May 3rd tornado that hit Midwest City, Oklahoma. One of the largest tornadoes on record. One of the longest tornadoes on record. Like 100 miles or something. Destroyed many, many towns. It was bad. We were lucky. We were lucky that we had only the damage that we had. People not a mile from us lost their lives, So, but is why, another reason why I do stress when I travel, because you never know what you're going to come home to. But I'm going to say, though, since living here, there's nothing like the feeling of pulling into that driveway. There really isn't. I love it. I love every minute of it. So, anyway, I love you guys. Y'all are great. What do you guys think about what's going to be the next, I love Fremont. The shows on the netting, whatever, back then it was the laser lights. I think it's like LEDs now or something. That is so cool. What do you guys think is going to be the next beauty drama? Are we going to get into some more beauty drama? Or do you think it's going to be quiet for a while? Something's got to happen. They got to have something to talk about. Right? Maybe. Is somebody else having a live tonight? Is Sunny live tonight? Is that why I don't see anybody I usually see? Not many left. Yeah, right? I wonder who's going to come up behind them, I wonder who's going to take their places. Do you think Gabriel Zamora is going to? You think they're going to let him? Praying Mantis. Oh, on Fremont Street? See, I haven't been in a long time. 15 years. So, I don't really know what's was batshit crazy. Wasn't it? I was waiting for something to blow up. You know, the summer was just way too quiet. Way too quiet. Wasn't it? Or at least I felt like the summer was way too quiet. That could be just me. But, you know. I don't know. Let me check my battery. Alright, we're good. I don't know. Has anybody talked to Sunny lately? How's she doing? She enjoying herself? I absolutely believe Gabby's apology was the most genuine. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She, like, knocked that sucker out of the park. She rocked that apology. Owned every bit of it, apologized for every bit of it, and said that she would do everything she could to make it up to everybody. I mean, she rocked that apology. Manny is all kind of it. What have you heard about Manny? I mean, I heard the, whole sex thing or whatever. It's like, whatever. I mean, everybody's got a ex-lover that wants to talk shit. But what else has he gotten into? Oh, really? Yeah, I guess so. Like the lady from Makeup Geek. I think she could sue Jaclyn Hill. They had a verbal contract. And she did make business decisions and bought products and created things based upon the agreement with her. Yeah, that's Heather. That's I mean, I honestly believe that she could sue her. I really believe that she had a verbal contract with Jaclyn Hill. And I really believe that if she took that to a court of law, she could at least get her $1 million back. Because she said they would do it, and then she, either created these products or she lined it up and bought the stuff to do it, and then says that she was out $1 million, then I absolutely believe that she should at least get her $1 million back. I mean, fair's fair. That was a verbal contract. If it happened that way, the way that she says it happened, that was a verbal contract. And unless they live in a state where verbal contracts don't stand, which there isn't very many of them. Usually verbal contracts are only not valid on real estate. So, but I don't know. So wasn't it Mango Tea that did? That is true, Michelle. Me neither. Wasn't it Mango Tea that did the interview that with the Tinder date from Manny's hookup? I know. I didn't see all of it. All I seen was a recommended video by Mango Tea, and so I will admit I did watch it. And I watched Mango T's apology for posting the video. I did not watch the actual video of him interviewing the guy. Is it even still up? Can you even still see it? Ah, maybe with it being California. Were they living in California at the time? Because I know in Jaclyn Hill in Florida, you know? I mean, she might, you know, if any of it was discussed in a state that allows that, then they might be able to get a little bit of it in, you know? I am still cutting these tomatoes, guys. 10 pounds of tomatoes take a long time to cut. There's my cucumber. But I can say it looks like I got about, I don't know, 6 or 8 left. Oh, yeah. Yes, Michelle. Oh, he did remove it, Heather? Oh, I wanted to see it. I did not say that, guys. That's so not cool. But, you know, I kind of wanted to see it. Yes, Manny's eye roll at that little girl. I don't care if she wasn't there to see you or not. You know, everybody's like, oh, well, you know, she wasn't there to see him, so what does it matter if he rolled his eyes at her? A lot. As a parent of a child that has Asperger's, if they emailed back and forth, then in those emails is discussions about that. I really think she should try to sue her. I really, really do. Oh, Mango's eye roll? No, I didn't. No, I did not. Was it good? Was it any good? I know. I'm so boring. I guess I could be one of those ASMR channels and just sit here in complete quiet. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I believe I'm on the same end as Peter Mon, where it says that a lot of people are going to start coming out of the woodwork, wanting to try and get their 5 minutes of fame, you know. So I think that's going. People are really drama channels. Drama investigators of the world are going to have to start kind of being careful what they put out, you know, because they don't want to ruin their I wanted to slap him too. Y'all know my, my son, my 18-year-old has Asperger's, and that's basically what that little girl has, is Asperger's, which is, high-functioning autism. And, Manny's she doesn't have it, because he tried to be all psychologist and say, there ain't nothing wrong with her, or, whatever. And, I thought that was bullshit. Even if I thought that, as, you know, a person, you know, like that. Even if I thought that maybe she wasn't exactly, you know, handicapped or whatever, you know, I would still apologize my ass off. Oh, really? I'd love to see a video from Thomas Halbert. Because him and Manny were friends before, right? See, I'm newer to this stuff. See, and I always gravitate towards the weird ones. So I loved Jeffree Star from the get-go. But I also seen a little bit of him back in his MySpace days. Because I had a teenage, my niece was a teenager at the time, and she had a MySpace account, and she would show me little things from him at that time. She was like, look at this guy, he's dressed as a girl, and look at how he talks, you know. And so, I mean, I knew a little bit of him back then, and then when I got back into the YouTube, or I got into YouTube and got into watching videos and stuff and seeing Jeffree Star, I was like, oh wow, he's still around? But then I was like, oh, that's really cool, you know. So, I was really excited. It's kind of weird tomato. These are Roma tomatoes. I don't normally do Roma tomatoes, and they feel really weird. They're tomatoes. Sorry. See, I am like, oh my gosh. I honestly feel like one of those, what is it from? Oh, I know what it's from. Yeah, he always owns up and apologizes and moves on. That's awesome. But I feel like that dog in the movie Up, the cartoon Up. I'm always like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. You know, always I'm running 90 miles an hour. You know, my brain is running 90 miles an hour. My husband was griping at me tonight in Walmart because I was carrying on like 3 different conversations with him, and it was aggravating him. He's like, could you just finish one conversation and then move on to the next one? But I don't know. I probably need to get me some medicine because I feel like I'm going to go into a full-blown attack. So much money behind the scenes. Exactly. That man, you know, he didn't have to donate even half of what he did off those equality bundles that he did, which I still want one, but I haven't gotten one yet. He didn't have to do that. He could have donated half that and still had gotten all the recognition and all the yays and good job and all that other stuff. He did not have to donate that much money, you know. But yeah, my husband, it drives him nuts because I carry on like 15 different conversations at one time. I'm always on squirrel mode. I am. I really am. It annoys a lot of people. It was really good in nursing, you know, when I was an RN in the ICU, you know. I could move from patient to patient and thing to thing, and you know, I was always like right on it, you know, because my mind thinks that way. My mind thinks 100 miles an hour, you know, And it still does, and my body can't keep up with my mind anymore. You know? That's kind of where I'm at. Is my brain is going and my body is saying, no. You know. So I don't. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm falling apart. That's another thing. Gonna have to have some more tests done. I'm waiting patiently for Medicare to approve my, I had a mammogram, I had some spots, I had an ultrasound, I had some more spots. And so now they want to do like some kind of ultrasound guided something. And I've been waiting for 5 months maybe, 4 months, 5 months for Medicare to approve it. Because I'm on Medicare because I'm disabled. And so it really sucks. Yes, Michelle. Yeah. That is true. Very, very true. You know, it's always everybody else, you know. And I know part of my problem why I haven't got my test done yet is because I have not pushed it, you know. I've been dealing with my son and dealing, you know, my 18-year-old, I got to take him for a root canal on Thursday. And then I have to take both my boys to the psychiatrist on Friday, you know. And oh my gosh, guys, I think I'm done with the tomatoes. I'm done with the tomatoes. Woo! I will, Heather. Yeah, I just haven't. I mean, it's one thing for me to talk like this, you know, and everybody, and you know, people are like, "Oh, you should do a video." Well, videos make me nervous, you know. I don't want to sit in a video and play woe is me and I've had this many surgeries and now this is wrong with me and now I have this much stuff I gotta do and this is wrong with me and you know I think that sometimes it makes me feel like I'm trying to get sympathy or something, and it's not. I mean, I know people are genuinely interested in what's going on, you know, but it can be. Why does my little onion rings never look as good as anybody else's? Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. I really, really do. I will do that because I don't. For me to sit down and do a video on my health, it would be like for someone to understand it all. It would probably take 2 or 3 hours to cover everything, you know? Does anybody ever stick these in water and try to grow new ones? Has anybody ever tried that? Thinking about trying it just to see if it works. Sorry. That rabbit hole again, guys. That rabbit hole. Thank you. Please pray for me. I had an aunt die of breast cancer. I'm gonna say 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know how I feel, Michelle. uh, it's kind of like, to be absolutely honest with you, it's like I have so many things that are wrong with me that that I don't have enough time in the day. See, that's what I thought too. Hi, Auntie Vern. Thank you. That's what I thought too. So I'm gonna try it. I'll let y'all guys know what happens. I will let you guys know what happens. But yeah, for me, my health, I have so much wrong with me that almost every day a different piece of my body hurts, and I don't have time to even think about what hurt yesterday. And so therefore it doesn't, I don't know. Part of it is I had a big, I am making a cucumber and tomato salad because a very nice lady gave me like 10 pounds of tomatoes from her garden. And so I am making a salad. I think I'm going to leave some green on that one, see what it does. But when I first moved out here, so I guess like, 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I had this right under this arm. I had a golf ball size enlarged lymph nodes that was drained. And they never cut out the lymph node. So I've always had like that lump there from that. And so they're looking at that. They're wanting to look at that. And then I have never made tomato preserves. I'm not even a tomato person. But I had that mass and I had it drained, and they never really figured out why it did it. And at the time I was battling cervical cancer, and so they just kind of chalked it up as to maybe a side effect of that. And so we went on, and then now I have a lump. I have a lump in my left side, and I have a lump in my right breast, and then I have that in my axillary area. And so that's why they're wanting to do more tests. So, you know, it is what it is, right? It is what it is until you know what it is. So, trying to decide if I have enough. No, I don't. You guys tell me. Do I have enough green onion in there? I know it ain't all the way to the bottom. I think I probably need more. I think I need more. At least one more. And I did wash these, guys, but I will be washing it again after I get done. So don't freak out. So, I don't know. What do y'all want to talk about? I don't know. I'm not as interesting as most people. Too blessed to be stressed. Yeah. I don't know if my life would be considered blessed or not, but the way I'm looking at it is any day above ground is better than below. You know? That is kind of the current idea. So that's where I'm at. You know, I say that a lot, and it drives my family crazy. All right, I like to add a bell pepper to my cucumber salad. Some people don't. And I am not culinary trained, so do not come for me for my slicing techniques. Okay? So, just don't do it. I have a trash bin down here that I'm putting my trash in. Do y'all guys eat this white part on the inside? You guys ever eat this white stuff that comes out of the inside of the bell pepper? This part right here. I always cut it out, but then again, I didn't even start eating bell pepper until I was pregnant with my third son. No, actually until I was in labor with my third son. They brought me fajitas to eat. Oh, I love making you guys smile. That makes my day. Y'all guys, I get lonely here on the farm. I really enjoy getting to talk to you guys. I may have to switch knives. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. No. Oh, good. Okay, see, I don't eat it. Thank goodness. I never have ate it. But I always, every time I just see people cut it out, and I'm like, well, I'll just cut it out too. As much as bell pepper. Well, Heather, then your belly must be used to it, right? Is that what you're telling me? My son, Jonathan, Jojo, he loves this tomato salad. Loves it. He didn't ever get a chance to meet his grandmama that taught me how to make it. And so it's kind of like his piece of her. With seasons. Can I eat green bell peppers? I can eat yellow, orange, red, or black though. What's in the green that you can't eat? What's the what makes it not? I've never heard of that. Just curious. Just curious. Is this something fancy? Are you fancy? Are you special? When I go to my list, still from the garden. Oh yeah, my niece, one of my nieces, Ashley, I think will eat them like that. Not the seeds though. Now, isn't it okay? Is it the when you're looking at the bottom of it, is it the 3 knobby one that has less seeds than the 4 knobby one? Because it kind of seems that way. Because this one doesn't have very many seeds. Color. And you don't get the heartburn. Oh, okay. So you do it so that you don't get heartburn? Well, I know, that, yes, they are, if you leave them, they change colors, because I've grown a lot. My dad's growing some right now on his tiny house porch in a 5-gallon bucket. And they're so cute. They're tiny, just like his tiny house. But I didn't know that they caused heartburn. So, see, that's new for me. I learned something new today. 3 is male, 4 is female. Oh, so that's why there's more in the 4 ones. Now, tomato paste. I can eat tomatoes, like this. But if I eat spaghetti sauce, oh, that is not fun. Not fun at all. I will get, when we have spaghetti here at the house, I will get a couple pieces of the French bread that my husband makes, and put like a couple of meatballs on top of it that have some spaghetti sauce on them, and then put a little bit of pasta on top of that, and then just kind of eat it like a sandwich, is how I normally do it, because I don't, do I put sugar in it? I don't put sugar in it. Hi, Zoe. I didn't see you sneak in here. See, I knew that one of the bell peppers had more seeds than the other, but I didn't know which one. And so I got one bell pepper to go into this. And then I got another bell pepper for our Saturday breakfast. Sugar cuts the acid. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. I got another bell pepper for our Saturday breakfast. And that one we got a 4 end. So we were going to just do our own little science experiment to see what wound up. My puppy Whoopie's asleep on the couch. She has gotten so spoiled lately. I rubbed her belly until she fell asleep last night. I was like, Pooch, you're killing me. But she's precious. Lulu is a doll. So, I don't mind. Where have you been hanging out, Zoe? Is there someone else live? That's what I was wondering, if there was someone else that was live where everybody was hanging out at. Which I'm not mad or anything. I was just wondering. Never mad. Huh. Love dogs. Oh, I love dogs too. I really love dogs, and I did not want a dog for a long time. Long time. And then Lulu saved me. When our last dog died, after moving here, our last dog died out here. I kind of swore off dogs for a long time. Definitely. Wait, what did Annie Verdon say? Are any of you doing genealogy? I am working on my genealogy, Auntie Vernon. Oh, really? I am, my dad is just about, the first of the month when he gets paid, because he's on Social Security, he is going to send away for the kit to swab for his DNA. Yes, ma'am. We need it badly because my mother is basically my mother is basically an orphan, and my dad's mother was we're doing the ancestry. My dad's mother was adopted, and then my dad's mother was adopted, and then my dad's father, we're not really for sure. He died way too young. I mean, my dad was probably in his 30s and wasn't really even thinking of that, back then. And so my dad really doesn't remember anything. And my grandma, she gave us what she could, but, none of it seems to be panning out. And so we're kind of stuck. And so we're working on that. Supposedly, my grandmother is, and this is one of the things why we're doing my dad's. My grandmother was and we are granddaughters down the line of Betsy Ross Claypool, the one that made the first American flag. That lady. So we are doing my dad's first to see that. Well, that and because my dad is sicker than my mom, and so he will probably pass before she does. And my dad is from New York, and so we live in Oklahoma, and so it's a lot harder for us to just go down and visit and the genealogy place and dig through stuff and that kind of thing. So that's why we're going to get his DNA done first. So and then we'll get my mom's done, because my mom they don't even have a beginning of a clue to know who her father is. So, yeah, see, I didn't really either, to be honest. I'm so glad, guys. I don't know what I did to get this lucky. I'll never know. When I was a teenager, we had to do this class project in school that said that they gave us these little papers for our grandparents to fill out about our family tree. And so I gave mine to my grandmother, and I never went and got it back, right? So when she died, I found it in the paperwork. I found those papers that she had filled out for me back when I was in high school, and she had filled them out. And so I at least have a place to start, but my squirrel mentality, it's hard for me to focus in enough to do that. So, yeah, I'm doing the best I can. So, I know it's important, and I know I want to do it, and I know that my children need to know where they came from. Because at this point, when my dad dies, his entire line dies with him, because he is the last living child, person, whatever, from his mother, brother, sister, dad. Yeah. Annie Verna, I understand that. See, that's kind of me. I have this paper. My my grandmother, she had, she was a Rosie the Riveter. She, what was I gonna say? Oh, she knew who her mother was. And so her mother died riding a lawnmower mowing her grass. And in the little town that her mother was from, that made the newspaper. And so in my grandmother's effects, her leftover stuff, she had that newspaper clipping of her birth mother's death. I thought that was really weird. But we have no idea, even when we try to look up that woman who they say she is, she doesn't exist. So we are kind of at the point now to where with my dad's that we have to do a DNA to try and find any more people that may be related to him. You know? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling. That and my grandma on my dad's side was supposed to be like 90 something percent Indian. And so we want to get the DNA test to check that too. Oh, my son is having a nightmare. I'll be back. Hang on. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Jojo, what's wrong? Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm gonna fall off the stool. Hi, everybody. Did somebody else come in? Now, PB Mama Ray, are you Sonny's daughter? My son was having a nightmare with a clown. I don't know. Okay, way cool. Awesome. I love Sunny. She's so kind. I love her to death. She is my girl. How is she doing? She busy? Returning everybody's comments. Oh, she's crazy. Are you helping her return her comments? I think it's a day off today. She's gonna wear herself out. Telling you. when my channel, when Peter shouted out my channel, and like overnight I got like 1,400 subscribers. It was a whirlwind, to say the least. It was crazy. I do have to say it was kind of an up and kind of a down, because I had like 1,400, almost 1,500 subscribers at one point, and now I'm down to like 1,200, and I almost feel like I'm doing something wrong, you know? Like, I really do. There are days that I cry and think, oh my God, I'm horrible, these people are leaving, when probably they merely just came for, you know, because of Peter, you know, and I get that, and I shouldn't think that, but it, you know, I don't know. But I hope that Sunny just continues to grow and she never has that problem. I honestly do. Because I really, really like Sunny. She is a beautiful woman. My ears are coming off. Yes, we all want to be healthy. Otherwise, your husbands get crabby. My husband and I, since school started back up, that means church started back up, which means that we finally get to start going on our Wednesday date nights. That's cool, Annie Vernon. That is neat. I hope one day I know enough. I just want to know enough. You know, I want to know something. I don't like that my ancestors stop at my grandparents. If that makes any sense. My husband's grandmother, though, she like went to town. I mean, she's German, or was German, his grandmother. And she went back all the way to the gosh dang king and queens. You know, I mean, she went over to Germany and all of that, and just spent like 6 months figuring all that out, going to the different places and seeing the different towns and stuff. So that was pretty cool. Mind me. No Krabby Patties for you. Do you have any kids? I think, is your name Rachel? Sunny's daughter? I know, I shouldn't be called, hey, Sunny's daughter. But is your name Rachel? Or do you want people to know your name's Rachel? If you don't want people to know your name's Rachel, then just say, no, it's not. But I don't know. I always feel weird calling people by their handle. You know? I always feel... Supposedly I have to prove it, but one side shows the burn-in site going back to 1300s. Wow, that'd be cool. Too late, Sunny talked all about it. Go by Ray. Okay. So we can call you Ray then? Or do we have to call you that big long word? Oh, thank you. Okay. Yay. Yay. It's nice to see you over here, Ray. Have you ever... Are you subscribed to me, or are you just coming to check me out? I've never had you on a live stream before. We'll play Get to Know Ray. I love Sunny. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Miss Ray. I appreciate it. Do you have children? I'm sure Sunny has probably went over this, but like I said in my description, I'm having like a manic episode here, and so I'm not breathing. That Zoe, that's funny. Well, I can tell you that it is whatever time here. Let's see, 1:51 here, and I'm on a live stream, and I am in the middle of a manic episode. So hey, that's why I'm here. You know, who makes a freaking who in their right mind? I've been making this damn salad now for freaking an hour and 41 minutes. Oh, my daughter got $2 and 1 grandson. Aw, how cute. That's so cool. My mom had 2 girls. And so between my sister and I, she has 9 grandchildren. My sister had 4 and I had 4, but then my sister decided that she wanted to one up me, and so she had another one in her 4th. So you know, now she has 9, and then technically she has 2 great grandbabies. I have a grandson, and my sister has a grandson. So yeah, you know, my mother was 14 when she gave birth to my sister, and my sister was 15 when she gave birth to her first child. My mother was 17 when she gave birth to me, and that was her only 2 children, was me and my sister. And so I did not have any children till I was 20. I did all the right things. That's why I have all the health problems. 5 sisters and a brother. That's why I'm an only child. Yeah, see? Well, my sister graduated high school, but I graduated high school, went to college, graduated college, you know, did all of those things the right way. I got married and then had babies, you know, all of those things. So I am the rebel in my family. Nice and cool tonight, so I can have a fan of. Oh, cool. Where do you Ray? Are you in Hawaii too? I know y'all are thinking you should know this, but I don't. Sometimes I forget. You have to remind me a few times. Only child, no kids, and 39, Heather. My dog. Washington State. Oh, wow. I'm now when I'm... I love Adam. He is so cool. He is so cool. And I'm thinking that he is going to be the recipient of my September kindness box. I do so horribly at getting, I guess I'll just tell you guys this because I was going to make a video on it, but I still will. I do so very poorly on doing giveaways that I'm just going to start rewarding the people who love me. And so my husband had went through some of his man products that he's gotten, and was like, I'm not going to use this, I'm not going to use this, I'm not going to use it, you know. And so I had some man products that I was going to do a giveaway, but this Lily Lash giveaway thing has not been that popular, really. I mean, it hasn't really brought in any new subs or anything like that. And so I am sending tomorrow Katie a package for my favorite person this month. I put her a little, kind of like an Ipsy bag, you know. There was an Ipsy bag that she had wanted. And so that, and then some, I put 4 or 5 products in with it. And I asked her for her address. And I'm going to mail it out to her tomorrow. Because I figure I will just reward the people who stay here, you know? So, yeah, I was going to ask you about that, Michelle, when Adam wasn't around. I have some man products. Does he game at all? Don't send the underwear. You can't have the underwear. Steven loves the underwear, and he's not giving them up. He loves those underwear. Like, he wears them, washes them, wears them, washes them, wears them, washes them, wears them. I'm telling you what, we just got the new Loot Crate wear in the mail today. And he's already like, have you opened it yet? Have you opened it yet? I want the underwear. Have you opened it yet? He wants the underwear out of it. So, yeah, no. You don't have to worry about that. The underwear won't be in it. Oh, this cucumber smells good. I love Katie. She's so sweet. 3 of them have children. 1 from the oldest, 2 from the second. Oh, that is so cool. Michelle, does Adam game, like online games? Does he do like online games? Because I have never made any cucumber drinks. No, I have not made cucumber drinks. I think that would be so cool though, because I love the taste of cucumbers. I really like cucumbers. Who's looking in here? Where is that? There they are. Michelle. Are you going to answer me? I have these 2 games that I don't really know what to do with, that I want to give away. He's going to wear a hole in them. Yeah, he's going to wear a hole in them. Right? Exactly. But now he's going to have another pair, so we should be okay. He can rotate them out, right? That's why he needs a new box. Right? But I don't know anybody else that... Look, he likes... And for some ungodly reason, he likes that style. Okay, well, I'm going to have to find somebody that likes games to do a giveaway for. Because Geek Fuel gave these 2 game cards out to these games, and I don't know really what to do with them. Because, as I said, my, I should have peeled this first. My, giveaway, I don't know. I guess not many people care about lashes, you know? So I probably should have put makeup in with it, but then by the time I realized that, it was too late. And so I didn't want to change it in the middle. And so, okay. Well, ask him if there's one called Showdown, and there's one called Cloud Base Prime. If he's interested in either one of those, let me know, and I will. I can either send it out, or I can pop it off and give you the information off of it, and he can just do it that way. You know? I don't normally peel my cucumbers when I put them in my tomato salad, but for some reason, my son has made my daughter decide that they don't need to eat the peeling on the cucumber. I know that's where the vitamins are, but I look at it this way. I don't know very many 10 and 12-year-olds that like tomato cucumber salad. So I should just be fine with that, you know? You know? So, but my kids, I have made a point to raise my children to eat anything. My mother raised me to eat nothing but crap. Like anything that was good for you, that was vegetable, fruit, anything like that. She was like, ew, you don't have to eat that. Yeah, the pickling cucumbers. My mom just rent us, and so when I got married to my husband, my mother-in-law was kind of a countryer girl, and so she introduced me to cucumbers and tomatoes and all kinds of yummy things. And so I try not to, when my children like a vegetable a certain way, I try to make it that way for them, because they eat it. And my kids will eat, we took them to the Chinese buffet in Lawton when we went on vacation. I don't know if y'all seen that pool video. And when we went on vacation to Lawton, we took them to the Chinese buffet. Well, they have this Chinese buffet to die for. And so my kids had squid and like 15 different kinds of shrimp, and they had crab legs, and they had lobster, they had oysters, they had crawfish, they had clams. My children will eat just about anything, because I've never ever turned my nose to something. Even I don't like a lot of seafood, and neither does my husband. But every time my children, we take my children to a place like that, I always say, they're like, oh, what's that? And I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. I'll say, oh, doesn't that look good? Why don't you try that? You know, and then they'll be like, well, why don't you try it? And I'm like, well, I'm full. You know, I'm not going to eat squid. You know, so I'll just be like, I'm full. You know, and so they'll try it. They love it. And then they want it again. And then I got out of it. I love veggies too. If veggies wasn't so labor intensive, I would do veggies. I would be, you know, almost a full-fledged vegetarian. Because but then again, I like steak. I like steak. I'm sure there's a chef in the audience at some point that's going to totally roast this video. You know that? Oh my God, she's going to cut her fingers off. Right? Meatosaurus. I could be a Meatosaurus too, though. Don't get me wrong. You know, I love steak. Hamburgers. Oh my gosh. Now, asparagus, I would eat asparagus when my husband's grandmother or his mother made it. Chinese buffet did it. I know, right? I was looking for Peter. He never showed up. Peaches, plums, oranges, cucumbers. Yummy. All right, now, Miss Annie Vernon, do you work with Hispanics? I'm not being racist. Do you work? Because my husband works with a bunch of Hispanics because he works in construction. And those dudes, you know, they bring in some serious food. They bring in some yummy food that their wives homemade. I'm gonna wonder if my bowl's gonna be big enough. Might have to divide it between two bowls. I just want to say this though, guys. Normally it does not take me 2 hours to make a salad. Uh-oh, my battery's going dead. I need to get my charger. I'm ready. I brought my charger though. And I will be washing all of this before I actually dress it. So please don't come for me when I pick up this charger and plug my phone in and then go right back to cutting my vegetables. Okay? Because I know, clean hand, dirty hand. Right? Here we go. Light. I'm gonna shock myself. All right. Just so I can be with you guys a little longer. There we go. We have power. Woohoo! Power. I'm losing it. Telling you guys, I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. The later it gets. The later it gets, the later I lose my mind. Are y'all talking without me? Flips fan. Hey! I got a fan. See my fan pretty? I have a fan that I use. It's my fan for church. Don't you know that? Isn't it so cool that he got to meet Shane Dawson? Oh my God. And it is not cool that Shane Dawson can run around Vegas like that, even though he has, what, like 16 million subscribers? Yes, I wash cut tomatoes because I don't like seeds. I know. Come for me. Come for me. Come for me. Did I really just do that? Because that's my trash bowl. Darn aunties. Get up. Anyway. What were we talking about? I don't even know what we were talking about. What were we talking about? Oh, I have a fan, and I have a big plugged-in fan right there too, because I'm hot. I'm hot. Have you noticed though, guys, that the people who are keeping their head down away from all this drama, like a hot toddy, and what the heck started it all? A picture of Manny, Gabriel Zamora, and Nikita Dragon, and Laura Leach. They did a picture that they later claimed was based on the Kardashians' birthday picture, but they did not say that. They said, "Bitch be bitter." And they were talking about Jeffree Star, and well, so all the Jeffree Star fans came and basically ate their lunch. And pulled out a bunch of stuff from their past, and they did not get ahead of it quick enough to for it not to ruin their careers. Nobody wanted to apologize. Nobody wanted to come out with a statement. Laura Lee tried to put out a regular makeup tutorial video before she apologized for her racist and fat shaming tweets. So, and then in the heels of all that, Manny's picture of him acting like a fool, laughing at an autistic girl, surfaced. And so, there was that. So, that's the gist of it. Basically. That's the gist of it. And, Jeffree Star had just came off of that really good series with Shane Dawson, where he basically said he was sorry to the world and that, he was sorry. And so, everybody was pissed. Everybody thinks they're immune to decency, I think, in the beauty community. But Gabriel, was to be honest, I think they put him up to, hi, Jamie! They put him up to being the fall guy for it, like he said. I really do. I think that they had more to do with posting it than he says they did. I think that when they took that picture, they knew what they were taking that picture for and thought that they could blame it on the Kardashian thing and not, get as much flack for it if somebody said something. So, I really believe that it backfired in their face. Yeah, it can get a little funny. Seafood, what'd you make it? I am making tomato and cucumber salad. A nice little old lady gave me 10 pounds of tomatoes, and so I went and bought a couple of cucumbers and a bell pepper and some green onion, and so I am making salad with it. My kids love this. Um, that is true, Miss Auntie Vernon. That is true, and that's the great thing I believe about YouTube and about things. You know, you can, when it gets where you're uncomfortable, you can vote by turning it off. You know, watch his makeup tutorials, don't watch his lifestyle. You know? Yeah, that is right, Michelle. I watched him some on MySpace too, because my niece was on MySpace and was telling me about it. My husband loves zucchini. I do not. It's one of the things that because, you know, I wasn't necessarily raised on vegetables. My husband loves zucchini, and he would, but I don't. And I don't get enough produce to can. Oh, I'd love to make some salsa. Oh, man. My very first real job when I was 16, I worked at Taco Mayo. You know, kind of like Taco Bell, but Taco Mayo. I don't know if they have them where y'all are from. And we had a Mexican lady that worked there that was from Mexico. And she would bring us homemade salsa. And oh, it was really good. Yummy. It was so freaking yummy. That's where I got my love for salsa. Because before that, I never ate salsa. My mother didn't believe in eating salsa. Don't buy whose shit? Chow Chow, I heard, is really good. Pico de Gallo. Yes. Oh, I love salsa. But you don't buy whose shit? Who said that? I don't even remember now. Jeffree Star's shit or Manny's shit? Y'all got quiet. Why did you guys get quiet? You're killing me. I'm not one of those people that can ramble on and on. I mean, I could, but you probably wouldn't want to hear what I was talking about, so. Facebook. Typing fingeritis. Right? That's funny. I know, that's why sometimes I love doing lives, and I don't like necessarily watching them, because it's like, yeah. Oh, whoever. Yeah, if you don't like them, don't buy it. If you like them, buy it. If you don't like what they're saying, turn it off. If you like what they're saying, watch it, you know. That's the wonderful thing about this day and age. You know, people are so upset about this being on and that being on, and people saying this and people saying that. Just don't watch it. Oh. Yeah, that's true. But I like Jeffree. I would love to have some of his makeup. But I buy boxes. Vote with your money. Yes. I love boxes, so I guess I vote with my money. I am a shopaholic stuck in the middle of nowhere. So for me, every time I get a box, Right? Oh, that is funny. Get in BoxyCharm. But for me, getting boxes is like shopping for me because I am a shopaholic. I could like ruin myself like financially if I'd let myself do it. And so for me, getting boxes is like going on a surprise shopping spree. You know I'm going to like at least half of it, I hope. Are they? What are they replacing them with? Do you know? Does anybody know what Boxy is replacing them with? Do you have to send them back, though? Because that ain't worth the crap. First couple of minutes if I watch this video, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly. I mean, watch it if you want, don't if you don't. And I'm sure there are things of mine that you're like, oh, I don't want to watch that box. You know? I mean, that's no big deal. You know? They're too random. Yes, in a way they are. And that is hard for me. That is why if you notice my boxes, they're usually $20, $25. I ordered the NBA Thunder Crate, the Sports Crate by Loot Crate, and have yet to get it. That was $29. That's the most I've ever paid for a box. Well, I take that back. I got the glossy box, Mother's Day box, but I already knew what was in that. Watch. So you know, I'd throw things away. Another palette. Yeah, another palette. What's the other palette though? You know? And then, okay, so do you have to send it back? Because I don't want to pay to ship something back to somebody. You know what I mean? I'll have to look into that before I do the video. I had the box sitting right over there. I haven't even opened it. Because of all this crap going on, I was just like, I ain't even opening the damn thing. A lot of knitting and crocheting channels. Some grab your attention, others. That's true. I wish I would have learned to knit and crochet from my grandmother. I am very happy, though, that my husband's mother taught me how to quilt a little. So if I ever sat down and actually tried to do it on a regular basis, I probably could do it. I can sew. Like, I can sew, you know, a straight line. You know, I can put a quilt together because it's not all straight lines, you know. But to cut out a pattern and like make a dress, nah, not happening. But I know I'm doing a horrible job at peeling this thing, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It peels cucumbers at 2 o'clock in the morning. Me. I haven't slept in like 3 days. I must be going on a manic episode, right? I am. Don't let it fool you. I am. I haven't slept in like, I don't know, Saturday night? I mean, I've laid in bed, but I haven't slept. I've really only like laid in bed for like a couple hours and then thought, psh, not worth it. And I'm rambling. I enjoy getting boxes though. I love getting boxes. I stick with the ones that I didn't pay so much money for that I'm disappointed. Oh, by the way, guys, I will be doing a rant video. Is everybody okay with a full-on rant, or should I just be semi-ranting? What do you guys think? Take a poll. I'm doing a rant video. Full-on rant or little ranting? I am going to do a rant video. I believe I'm going to film it tomorrow. Rants are too rant. Okay. Y'all don't know. Because I am angry at Spoiled Lips and I do not know what to do. I am torn, guys. I am severely torn. I like Spoiled Lips lipstick, right? The 3 lippies for $18 a month. They always send me something I like. They always, dry down. They're always really nice. They're an indie brand, and an indie brand for $6 a lippy. Geez, that's cheap. But their customer service sucks. Absolutely sucks. Sucks. So, do I continue to get the packet, do I continue to get the lippies knowing how very badly their customer service is? And I'll go into detail about that in my rant. I will have receipts. Or do I just completely cancel everything with them and walk away? What do you guys think? Because they have horrible customer service. Horrible. Walk away? Okay, Ray says walk away. What about the rest of you guys? I love their lippies. I love their lippies. I love their lippies. Get it out, then walk. I've been waiting, okay? I have been waiting for my effing palette for 3 months so that I could make this rant video. I was not going to make a rant video until I actually had the product in my freaking hands. So that I could fully appreciate the pissed offness. Why? Because it took 3 months. 3 months to get a palette. 3. 1, 2, 3. They took my money for 3 months and gave me no palette. And answered no emails. Sent out no, hey guys, shipping's behind, the pallets were late. No, none of that. Did not answer any of my many emails. I was trying to be thorough. And then they, oh, customer service, customer service, their customer service, right? Okay, so they're effing making Instagram posts, and I went to their freaking Instagram page. Okay, this is what happens when you piss me off. I went to their Instagram page, and I picked every single picture on their Instagram page for like the last 6 months and said, where's my stuff? You took my money, where's my box? Where's my lippies? You took my money, where's my palette? You took every single picture. I mean, like 50 of them. They never once DM'd me or even replied to my comment. They deleted my comments. So if you go now, those comments aren't there. So they hid it, the fact from, their potential customers, that they have pissed off customers. They're selling next month's freaking palette when they haven't even gave you last month's palette. They're an indie brand. They don't have a phone call. You can't call them. You can email them, which you get this nice little thing saying, oh, thank you for your email. If it's Monday through Friday, we will return your email within 48 hours. If it's the weekend, then we will return it within 48 hours of Monday morning. We promise. Bullshit. Utter bullshit. They returned one email in 2.5 months. One. And I sent them at least one email a week. So I don't give a gosh dang. I am so angry about the palette. And then they didn't even discuss the palette. They discussed the Lippy subscription. They didn't even discuss the palette. The palette just kind of showed up. While I was ranting and raving about the Lippies, they realized that they didn't send the palette either. So I have this thing called, it's from the post office. Everything that goes through the post office, goes through that electronic system, and they're assigned a number. And so every time a package is created through the post office, they send you a text with that number, and it shows you where it was created. Well, as I was talking to the lady, emailing back and forth to the lady about the Lippies, suddenly there was a package created for the palette that she didn't talk about. So she didn't want to talk about the palette, but she managed to create a shipping label for it while we were talking about the Lippies. And the Lippies, she was like, oh yeah, there was one of them we didn't get in time, so we didn't get July's out in time for July, and it was like the second week in August already, and they hadn't even sent out an email stating that their July Lippies, that, by the way, are named after the 4th of July. So if you're going to put out 4th of July Lippies for 4th of July, wouldn't you think you'd at least put them out in July? I really should rant with this knife, right? Yeah, I put a little fear of God in them, right? No, I'd probably wind up in jail. Woman rants on YouTube with knife. That's all I need. Go to jail. And that would be me. I would be the one that goes to jail for that. Alright, y'all guys got quiet. No, they don't have a phone, Zoe. They don't give you a customer service phone. You get an email, you are more than welcome to email them. Their customer service is email. They're an indie brand. They're not a big brand. They're an indie brand. So, well, I'm assuming they did this to all their customers in July because she said that they did not get one of the lippies for July, and that's why they weren't sent out until the second, almost third week of August. So, but yet they didn't tell anybody that. Because there was several people, like when I would leave a comment on one of their, like a post that they did that day, talking about their new palette coming out. They do a palette every other month. When I would leave a comment about, well, where's last month's, they, there would be one or two comments kind of the same gist, where was my lippy last month, where was, my palette, whatever. And then lo and behold, a couple hours later, when you go back to see if they replied to it, your comment was totally gone. My comment was gone. Their comment was gone, So they were erasing comments, which, is pretty crappy. They were trying to make themselves look good. And instead of if they would have answered me the first 50 times, I would not have felt to take it upon myself to ask it on every single picture on their Instagram page. I mean, at some point, you're going to answer me. I am talking about Spoiled Lips Cosmetics. No, I didn't go to their Facebook. Honestly, guys, I try to stay off Facebook. I kind of got sucked into some stupid health and wealth and weight loss bullshit last year, And so my Facebook page is like a walking nightmare of like 5,000 people that I don't even know. And I can't really get it down. I'm working on getting it back down to the people that I actually know and that I care to speak to. You know what I mean? So my Facebook page right now sucks. And guess what? I have chopped all of my cucumber salad. Are y'all proud of me? Look, I'm not necessarily gonna... See? It's got tomatoes in there. Look. It's got tomatoes and green onions and bell pepper. And then after I wash it, I'm going to put this Goya seasoning that I got from the Degusta box. And I'm going to put a jar of, I thought I brought it in here, a jar of robust Italian dressing on it. So. Annie Vernon, that's very, very true. Very, very, very true. That is. But, now she gave me something else. I'm going to cut it up so that the kids have it for breakfast. Ugh. Melon. Y'all think I'm crazy. Don't you? You guys think I'm nuts. I call it melon. My husband calls it honeydew. I don't know. But my kids really like it. So This is what they're going to have for a snack at the bus stop in the morning. Look how juicy that thing is. I've never actually cut one. I've always bought them cut up already. Chocolate full tonight. I know. Like I said, Miss Michelle, I am kind of in a I hate to say it. I'm kind of in a manic type episode at this point. You know? I haven't slept in like, oh, I don't know. I think I decided since Saturday night. And so I don't know why I'm up so late chopping. I'm just having a manic episode. I really am. And this is keeping my mind off of everything. Guys, I do have a bucket down here that I am dropping this into. I swear. I swear. You want to see? There's all the, we have guineas that eat it, and then we also have a garden, but we have sandy soil here, so it takes about 7, 8, 9 years in order to build your soil up enough to even plant anything. Oh, I love watermelon. I love cantaloupe. I will, girl, y'all, you didn't see my Instagram post? I in the summertime, I have watermelons in my house 5 deep. If there ain't 4 or 5 watermelons sitting in my kitchen floor, then I'm antsy. You know? Because I can't do without my watermelon. I love watermelon. I'm hoping in a couple of years that all of this compost work that I'm doing to my garden will give us some soil that we can work with. You know? I don't know if any of y'all actually garden. I am a makeup channel, right? But, I have never actually cut a honeydew melon, guys. So this is the first time I've ever cut one. I can't sleep. Everyone else is sleeping so peacefully. I can't sleep. Yeah, that's me. I locked myself in my film room, and I am. Oh, Jamie. Oh, yeah. Don't even go there. I've already done that. My husband pissed me off. Really, my husband and I, we kind of got into a little spit spat earlier today, and so I have went in there and slammed the bedroom door several times. And he's like, huh, what? And I'm like, I'm so glad that I'm still pissed off and you can still sleep. Petty. I know. I'm aware I'm being petty. I get it. I'm petty. But I just can't help it. Right? I mean, come on. There is a chef somewhere in the world that is cringing right now at my knife skills. You know that? have a composting spot, but yes, I have neighbors with cattle, and I go over there and steal the cow shit to put in my garden. Yes. My whole garden, like I have a garden right now that's fenced in. My garden is like, I call it a garden. There's nothing planted in it. It is like 40 feet across by like 60 feet long. But right now we're putting cow poop, horse poop, goat poop, chicken poop, food scraps, leaves, all of those things in it right now to try to build up the soil so that we can have a garden, because we have very, very sandy soil, and so we've got to get texture into the soil in order to support anything, is the way the dude explained it to me. So we don't mind wasting things here necessarily, because it goes to the garden, and then you know, eventually. These are slimy. I have never cut one. I usually, you know, the kids usually eat them at the Chinese buffet, or I get them pre-cut. But okay, weird. Weird. Probably using the wrong knife. I probably need to change my knife. Sounds kind of cheap. Then you should not watch. Yeah, you should not watch, huh? Yes, you can burn the soil. Yes. That's why I have to put in stuff like this with it, and leaves and stuff, newspapers, which newspapers I have to be really careful that it doesn't have colored ink. So stuff like that. You know? What was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. It's gone again. I was going to change knives. That's what I was going to do. Wouldn't you want to? Wouldn't. You don't want to burn the soil. No. You don't. I don't. If you put too much phosphorus or whatever in it, it'll burn the soil, and then you have to take a long time building it back up. What we're trying to do is, since it's sand here, everything kind of just falls through the soil. So any kind of fertilizer, any kind of anything that you put on your plant, it just kind of soaks down through the, good night, Heather. It kind of soaks down through the soil and just disappears, basically. And so you have to give the soil some backbone, kind of to hold the nutrients. So time to plug in. All right, bye, Auntie V. Good night, Heather. I hope you guys sleep well. I hope I put you to sleep with all of my chopping and talking and boring stuff. Nothing makeup on a makeup channel, right? Oh, well. Oh, are you leaving too, Jamie? Or are you just telling them good night? See, this knife doesn't want to cut. Oh, better not hit it on that. Doesn't want to cut the rind though. But it's kind of like out here we have, when we put gravel down on our road, you have to put like a fabric or a plastic down beforehand, or else all the gravel sinks into the sand. It sinks into the sand, and basically your gravel just disappears, and you paid $500 for a dump truck full of gravel that you now need more. So that's another thing that you have to be careful about. You don't wear makeup. Well, I'm not necessarily a makeup channel. I am a boxing channel. I'm what's called a boxing channel. Oh, I love whole pineapple. Oh man. Woo, me and pineapple. I'll eat pineapple every way but upside down. I probably would upside down if you let me. Yeah, I love pineapple. Dried pineapple, cooked pineapple, pineapple on pizza. It doesn't matter. Pineapple is the bomb. But again, another thing that my mother did not eat until she became an adult because I turned her on to it. I'll be up for a little while longer. I'll be up for a little while longer too. I mean, after I get this done, we'll talk a little bit, and then I might try and go to bed, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know my own name half the time. That's what I feel like. But no, I'm a boxing channel. I like to unbox subscription boxes. That's my favorite thing in the world to do. But somebody gave me all these tomatoes and gave me this melon. And so I did not want it to go to waste. And my kids love it. So... ooh, yeah, grilled pineapple. With shish kebabs. Yes. There's a bug. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm a food addict, okay? You guys, I didn't get this fat by myself. I did not get this fat eating ice. You know? I am a food addict, I admit it. No, I'm not a smoker. I just have terrible lungs. Do my meds keep... I don't know if my meds keep me up or I just keep myself up. Actually, right now, sitting here at 10, 11 o'clock, I had a 10 milligram Ambien, a 10 milligram Percocet, 10 milligrams of melatonin, and a couple Benadryls. So, yeah, I take a lot of medicine to make me sleep, and you see where it gets me. Like I said, I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of almost like a manic episode, because I have not been sleeping well. And I've been really stressed, and this is kind of what I do when I get stressed. I kind of just, you know, this or, you know, clean your bathroom with a toothbrush. I've done that before. Rewash all the linens in your linen closet. I do that. You're like this one. I collect tennis shoes. I love Nike tennis shoes, right? So I have been known to get a little crazy and sit with a toothbrush and clean all like 60 pairs of my tennis shoes in one or two nights. Yeah, I'm in pain. Yes, ma'am, I am. Yeah, I should be out, Jamie. Yep, I should be. But here I sit. My back really hurts, and there's no position that will make it feel any better. And so, and at this point, the amount of Percocet that I'm on and the amount of muscle relaxers I take and the amount of medicine for other bull crap that I take just allows me to live. You know? It allows me to be upright and walking. So, that's why I'm really excited that the medical marijuana got passed, because for me, it has done some good things with my pain, with the weak stuff, you know. The 100% CBD that they've had here in Oklahoma already. But when I was a teenager, I've smoked pot a few times, and it always put me to sleep. Yeah. No, it used to put me to sleep. I know what you're talking about, because I have a son that is that way. You give him a Benadryl and he's like he took crack. But I'm hoping that when the medical marijuana fully takes effect, you know, any day now here in Oklahoma, that at least I could get some to sleep. You know? If I could sleep well on a regular basis, I think my body would hurt less. Because what ends up happening is I don't sleep well for like a week, and then I sleep for like 2 days straight. My body finally gives out, and I sleep for like 2 days, literally. And then my back hurts, my legs hurt, my hips hurt, my feet swell, because I've literally been in bed for 2 days because I cannot keep my eyes open any longer. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle, you know? And it is definitely a cycle that I would love to get the fuck off of. You know? I don't know how. My doctor is, you know, a very decent guy. He doesn't know how. But we're hoping that with, you know, the medical marijuana that comes out, that maybe I can start getting a good night's sleep. I feel like a tweaker. Yeah. Yes. And you would not be surprised or you probably wouldn't be surprised. And how many people kind of look at you like maybe you are a tweaker? You know? Because see, like I have false teeth on the top and then I have bad teeth on the bottom. So, you know, I could have been a tweaker. You know? I mean, I wasn't. But, you know, I had treatment for cancer instead that ruined my teeth. But, you know, just a person who don't know me from anybody off the street could look at me, my teeth, and say, oh, she used to, you know, be an addict. And, you know, they would be, you know, whatever. They want to say that, whatever, you know. But I don't know. I would just like to have a normal sleep. You know? A lot of people don't understand what that is for those of us. I don't know. I have not tried methadone and I don't want to. I am afraid of it. I've had, you know, okay, my sister is an addict. Okay, once an addict, always an addict. She's in recovery. She's been in recovery for a very long time. But she, a lot of her addict friends got on drugs using methadone first. Oh, yeah? See, and some people do it that way, Jamie, and that's awesome. It really, really, really is. I mean, I am so proud of you for getting off of it. Oh, my God. That is a miracle. But that's why I don't ever want to try it, because my Percocet is bad enough. You know, I'm always afraid. I always feel like I walk that fine line of, do I really need it or do I just think I need it? You know? And so I don't ever want to, yeah, I won't, which I'm allergic to morphine. It really doesn't do anything for me. Like when I had an internal bleeding, they gave me like 70 milligrams of morphine in the span of like 20 minutes. And it did nothing for me other than break me out in hives and almost kill me. You know? So I don't do anything morphine wise. So, which I'm glad, because I you know, like the MS Contin, if you know pills. I'm sure you know what that is. The time release morphine. I'm glad I never got into that kind of stuff. I mean, the Percocet is bad enough. It is an opioid, you know, but it's not nearly as bad as what they could have got me stuck on. At this point, I'm not addicted to pills, except I have to take them because the way my back is and the way my body is that if I didn't, I would never walk again. In my opinion. My sister was really bad on pills and meth. But my sister's deal, and it's her story to tell, but my sister's deal was she was in an abusive relationship and he beat the living hell out of her. And so she got high with him in order to not feel what he was doing to her. And I kind of believe that, you know, because as soon as he went to prison, she literally laid the shit down and walked off. She didn't withdraw. She did not want. She did not relapse. She did not ever take another hit. Ever. And it's been almost 7 years. She's been 7 years clean, and she quit completely cold turkey. Like that. And she has always said that she used because of the abuse. And once her abuser was gone, she didn't need it anymore. So, I don't know how true that is, you know, but it's what she believes, and it's what keeps her clean. And so who am I to judge her recovery, right? I love my sister. I'm glad to have her. We did the tough love kind of thing. She was never allowed around me or my children when she was using. Around 8 or 9. That is insane. That is crazy, girl. That is crazy. I think taking my yeah, that's right, Michelle. I feel sometimes like I take 4 Percocets a day. I take one every 6 hours. And like sometimes I'm like, "Oh my god, am I an addict?" You know? There are times when I think, what, you know, but then I think, well, no, because I mean, I could not take them if there was something else that would allow me to. That's why you were using too. What was why you? Oh, domestic violence. Yeah. That's rough. I mean, my mom, my dad was very abusive. And my sister learned to love abusive men. I learned to hate men. And my husband will tell you that I am a man eater. I was never going to get married. I was never going to have children, and my husband convinced me otherwise. So, you know, it takes a special man to marry a man hater. Yeah, Jamie, that is true, honey. That is very, very true. I know my sister kind of said the same thing. Her boyfriend or husband was shooting up, and she would shoot them up. She would administer it, but she never would take it because she always said that if she ever put that needle in her arm, that she would never come back from it. You know, she always knew. You know, she's seen it, what happened to other people when they decided to change from smoking it to shooting it, or snorting it to shooting it. The change that happened. And so she never did that, which I thank God, because like she said, she didn't think that she would have been able to quit as easily had she done that. You know? And I'm just, you know, that's why we all live here on the farm too, because I spent a lot of years without my sister. And I don't ever want to be without her again. I love her. I see her every day. She's in my life every day. So she's been on a couple of my videos. She did a bark box video with Lulu. Yeah, definitely. Heroin is ugly. Ugly. Definitely. I am so proud of you, Jamie. That is wonderful, girl. Yes. I'm with you, Michelle. I am so proud of you. That is great. I mean, anybody that can do that deserves all the money in the world. Oh my God, all the good karma in the world. because damn, that's hard. That's hard. Hard. Who's still here with us? You two, Michelle, and Michelle and Jamie. That's two of y'all. Who's the other three that's hanging out with us? Oh, and Ray. Okay, you were quiet, Ray. With a mother like Sunny, I would go either way. I would say that you would be talkative because your mother is incredibly talkative. But then again, your mother is so talkative that you probably never got a word in edgewise. One of the two. One of the two. Yeah, that was my sister. She put it down every single time she was pregnant. Just put it down, walked away from it, didn't do it. She had 5 kids while she was addicted. And unfortunately, she stayed with her abuser, and so therefore, after she had each of her babies, she picked it back up. And every time he went to prison, the 3 or 4 times that he went before this last time, she would quit. And then when he'd get out and he'd start using again, she would pick it up. This is the the dressing I'm going to be putting in that salad is the Robusto Italian. And then this seasoning and then some coarse salt is what I'm going to be putting in it. I'm getting some baby wipes. My hands are so sticky. So sticky. I actually, guys, I have not bought a package of wet wipes in 4 or 5 years. Well, I bought some to go on vacation a couple of years ago. But I was like, I want some wet wipes for my room. Isn't she, Michelle? She's so sweet. That is awesome. I cannot believe in today's society how many people who are actually touched by addiction, who's had mothers, brothers, fathers, wives, husbands, kids touched by addiction. It is so rampant. And, you know, I was in nursing school. I was in nursing school the first time when the change came about with people's pain mattering. Before that came about, their little happy face pain scale. You got X amount of pain medicine, no matter what. You got it at certain times, period. You didn't get to ask for it. You know, that's what you got. And then it came out that everybody was in pain. You know, everybody's pain is different. And so what's painful to you is not painful to them, or what's painful to them is not painful to you, and you have no right to judge other people's pain. And so when they took that turn in medicine, in nursing school, you could tell the shift in drug companies and people and things like that, because suddenly they were allowed to give a, you know, but okay, before, when you went to have surgery, it would not be unusual for us to send a patient home with 15 pills, pain pills, enough for 3 or 4 days, 15 pain pills. And then when the pain thing came around, they started sending people home with 60 pain pills, enough for 10 to 14 days, usually. So, it changed a lot of the way people prescribe things, and it gave a longer, and also they started giving pain medicine to children. I know they were talking about this, kind of the thing of when you got your wisdom teeth pulled. If you got your wisdom teeth pulled out as a younger teenager versus an older teenager, the younger you were when you got your wisdom teeth cut out, the more likely you were to become addicted to pain medicine. And so it's totally insane, because they are, and you see the funny videos on Facebook and stuff about these kids, being so loaded that they're doing these stupid things, like, the car's gonna blow up was the newest one I seen. The kid coming home from getting his wisdom teeth pulled and the car's gonna blow up, or somebody stole his nipples, I think was one of the new ones. And people think that's funny. Yeah, it's funny, but when you laugh, you trigger something in them that then makes their brain think, oh, I'm funny on this drug. My light died. I'm funny when I take this drug, and people think I'm funny when they may not be normally, And so they're doing a lot of research now on opioids, and the earlier you get them, as to what it does to the chemistry in your brain. And I think that is a good thing. I really do. I don't know. I know my back hurts from sitting here. I'm tired. What time is it, guys? 3:20. I think I may try and go to bed. I don't know. Ask me out at morphine at 15. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Right. Well, I can't take morphine because I'm allergic to it, and it never did anything for me anyway. I was broke out in hives and about dying of my friggin' throat swelling shut, and still doubled over in pain, so I never did. And then when I had my massive surgery where I was ICU, they gave me so much Dilaudid that I still have problems with the tics. When I sleep, I jerk like I'm epileptic or something. I mean, I jerk, and it's from that. I have a super high tolerance. Way too high. Oh my goodness gracious. What a yawn for? I'm never yawn. Anyway. I'm going to put up my salad. And I'm going to put my kids' melon in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to Maybe you do, but I live in the Amish community. I don't care. Oh, you don't hear about it? Yeah. There's a lot of drugs and alcohol in the Amish community in the younger kids that they don't talk about. Yeah, Jamie. No, not cool. Not cool at all. I will give my kids about half a dose of whatever pain medicine they give them. And I will only give it to them when I absolutely think that they can't take Tylenol or ibuprofen or something like that instead. Because addiction runs in my family. My father is a severe alcoholic. Severe alcoholic. So it really runs in my family. And so I don't want to saddle my children with that. Yeah, Dilaudid. Dilaudid is good until you've had too much, and then that taste in your mouth and the tics that you get from it is awful. Awful. Maybe I can get some sleep, Michelle, for the first time since Saturday. I'm thinking about it. I really am. I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of drained. I'm kind of bleh, you know. I do have a video already scheduled to come out tomorrow. I think it's my allure. So, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to try and go to bed. I got to put all this away, which is probably another 25-30 minutes to clean up my table so that it didn't stay sticky. But guys, I really so appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. I know I don't bring out the huge crowds like Miss Sunny does. You know, she has 40 people on hers. But I like my small crowds or my small groups where everybody can talk and feel heard, and you know, we get to talk. So, oh, that's so sweet, Jamie. I'm glad they got to fix that. That is terrible. So, you know, I love you guys to death. I really, 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 really do. Thank you guys so, so, so very much for coming. I know I've been up since Saturday. So this is the face of Saturday. Like I went from hair down to ponytail to bun to not even really for sure what this crap is. So I'm going to bed in about 30 minutes after I clean this up. So I love you guys. Please share our live in case somebody wants to know what we talked about. Tell Miss Sunny I said hello and that I really miss her. And I hope she does well. Good night, Jamie. Good night, Ray. Good night, Michelle. And I think everybody else was left, huh? So, mwah. Bye, guys.